It is my pleasure to welcome you all to the University of Manchester and the splendid surroundings of this Whitworth Hall for our graduation ceremony. In particular, I would like to welcome our graduands, whose magnificent achievement and hard work we are here to celebrate. Welcome too to family and friends, many of whom have traveled long distances to be with us today. We're very pleased to see you all, and we thank you for the help, support, and encouragement you have given to our graduands during their studies. Those of you who are graduating today made an important decision when you chose to make an investment in your future and follow a degree program here in Manchester. And today that investment is realized. Your achievement in completing your degree cannot be underestimated. You and your family and friends can feel justly proud of your accomplishments. We believe and hope that today will go down as a landmark day in all of your lives. The University of Manchester is a very new institution, founded only in 2004 as a result of the merger of UMIST and the Victoria University. Indeed, some of you will have started your student careers by joining one of those former institutions, while you graduate now from the new one. We and you thus benefit from the best of both worlds. First, we are new, with all that entails in the way of originality and creativity. But we have also inherited a rich legacy of scholarly achievement, research performance, and educational excellence from our distinguished predecessors. We have a heritage of innovation and enterprise stretching back more than 175 years. Building upon this rich history, Manchester is already one of the finest universities in Europe, and in both 2006 and 2007 was ranked amongst the top 50 in the world. Our plan is to lift Manchester into the first rank of virtuosity in higher learning. And at the core of this vision is a commitment to the highest standards of research and scholarship, as demonstrated by our graduands here in the hall today. As a graduate of the University of Manchester, you are joining a very distinguished Hall of Fame. No fewer than 22 of our former staff and students have gone on to become Nobel laureates. While today our graduates can be found in top positions in business, politics, sports, the arts, and of course academia. Your job prospects, having studied here at the University of Manchester, will be second to none, because employers all around the world recognize the value of the piece of paper you will soon be holding in your hand. And yet, while we are currently at the top, cynics might say the only way is down. To avoid that fate, we are constantly striving to improve what we have to offer. We are currently investing £620 million in our building program to provide new high-quality facilities, the biggest capital program ever seen in higher education in the United Kingdom. You will have seen one of the buildings as you came down Oxford Road, what's currently called the Scan building, to be called the University Place, a £65 million flagship building due for completion in 2008. But fine buildings are no good without excellent people to occupy them, and we have in recent years brought many top researchers to Manchester to help us construct this new future. These range from leading figures in the natural and social sciences through to well-known figures in the creative arts. The university holds degree ceremonies at 2 points in the year, July and December. The summer event is largely given over to those who are graduating with their first degree, while by contrast, today's occasion celebrates mainly postgraduates. In our internal administrative jargon, postgraduates fall into two categories, what we call PGT, or postgraduate taught, and PGR, for postgraduate research. And recent years have seen extraordinary increases in the numbers of students graduating at both these levels, particularly at research-rich institutions like Manchester. And these increased numbers reflect two things: the demand in society at large for advanced qualifications in a world where specialized knowledge is called for, and not just in the academic profession, which used to be the career destination for most holders of higher degrees, but right across the board in industry, the professions, the civil service, medicine, and business. Indeed, numbers of doctoral students and numbers of doctorates awarded is one of the indicators of excellence used in our National Research Assessment Exercise, called the RAE to its friends, and indeed to its enemies. The university has just completed its submission for the RAE 2008, and we look forward to success in a wide range of disciplines. Our graduates today come from two schools, education and from languages, linguistics, and cultures. The School of Languages, Linguistics, and Cultures has for many years taught the principal languages of Western Europe and the Middle East: French, German, Spanish, Italian, Portuguese, Russian, English, Arabic, Hebrew, Persian, and Turkish. The last year has seen us move further eastward still with the establishment for a Center of Chinese Studies and the appointment of professorial and lecturing staff in Chinese and Japanese. In addition, the Chinese government has shown us its confidence in this initiative by locating one of its Confucius Institutes within our center. Of the languages that I've just mentioned, at least 7, depending on how you do the calculation, are in the top 10 most spoken languages in the world. But we as members of the global community must be wary of an imbalance. 95% of the world's population speak only 5% of the world's languages. The remaining 95% of the world's languages are spoken by smaller numbers, often by only tiny handfuls of speakers, and are dying out at a worrying rate. Our school conducts research on some of the languages with the fewest speakers in the world, and we have researchers in places as far apart as the mountains of Nepal, the Amazon jungle, the Solomon Isles, and the outback of Australia. The loss of the world's linguistic and cultural heritage is as big a threat as the loss of biological species, and the school is proud to pass on both a knowledge of the culture and tradition of the big languages and an understanding of the issues surrounding the small languages. The School of Education is particularly strong in the postgraduate domain. It currently has more than 1,000 students on its various doctoral and master's programs. In addition to the traditional research degree, the PhD, a distinctive feature of the School of Education is its provision of so-called professional doctorates, such as the doctorate in counseling, which will be awarded to some of you today. These professional doctorates are degrees which combine advanced doctoral level research with specialist training in professional skills and practices which are required for those who aspire to the top echelons of fields like education and educational psychology. An index of the success of our postgraduate students is the number who have moved on to academic positions both in this country and overseas. Some 40 of our recent doctoral candidates from today's two schools have gone on to lecturing and research posts in countries as diverse as Cyprus, Italy, Greece, Hong Kong, Egypt, and Hungary, and to universities in the UK, such as Bristol, Oxford, and Liverpool. The world reach of the School of Education is to be seen as well in its work in advising governments overseas on educational policy, for example, in Australia, Africa, the Caribbean, Brazil, the Far, and the Middle East. The British government also draws extensively on the school's research expertise. For example, Professor Ainscough has recently been appointed as the government's chief advisor of the Greater Manchester Challenge, and Professor Dyson has advised ministers on the future of special education. Universities, in short, are about people, and it is the staff and students of the university who have made all this possible. Today, we honor the contribution of some of our graduates for 2007. In your own way, each and every one of you has enriched this university. Your degree is a hugely important milestone, and you should celebrate that success. But this is the beginning of the journey, not the end. We are delighted to welcome you to a network of over 200,000 alumni, which forms the core of the university's own global community. This allows you to continue your relationship with the university and current friends, and to interact and network with many other alumni connected with the university at a personal and professional level. Please take advantage of this by leaving your current email address on the postcard you have received and about our new interactive alumni community network, your Manchester Online. As one of our alumni, you will also receive a free annual magazine and be invited to social nights and reunions. The Alumni Association is active overseas with branches in many countries, and you can find out more about that at the stand in the Concourse Cafe. In short, please don't make today your last contact with the university. Keep us regularly updated with your address changes and remember that our doors will be open to you always. And now we proceed to the formal presentation of degrees.
Vice President, on behalf of the Senate of the University, I present to you, for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Elaine Joyce Ellery. Claudia Rossignoli.
Congratulazioni.
Vice President, on behalf of the Senate of the University, I present to you for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Naif Al-Harbi. Qadir Bakish. Y. Khan. Wafa Jawad Katob. Ana Luisa Lopez. And for the degree of Doctorate in Counselling, Valerie Janet Monk. Susan Catherine Nelson. Elizabeth Jean Scott. Marion Jane Leslie Williamson. And for the degree of Master of Science in Profound Learning Disability and Multisensory Impairment, Edward Jacobs. Felicity Kate Kiffin. Robert Thomas Marori. And in educational research, Sarah Preitig. Armina Shahomin. Pauline Heather Walters. And for the degree of Master of Education in Special and Inclusive Education, Martha Eni Ali. Anita Eledio. Sorayat Fananyongo. And in Information and Communication Technology, Gillian Ruth Kinlock. And in the Teaching of English, Amy Howarth. Anne Murphy. Rachel Jane Sayers. And in Psychology of Education, Siti Narada Abdul Latif. Sarah Basma. Yu Jung Chen. Amy Crowson. Alina Vladinora Daly. Deborah Elm. Jennifer Ann Claire Hollings. Zakia Fatima Hussain. Rebecca Michelle Kenyon. Alice Mary Geraldine Morgan. Jennifer Newbold. Rebecca Diane Nunnally. Lauren Sarah Pellinge. Carol Plummer. Donna Louise Swettenham. Mark Alexander Turner. Mikala Twist. Michael Robert Wigglesworth. Anne Christine Willie. Ting Chi Wong. And in evidence-based practice, Susan Elizabeth Nicholson.
Sounds a very scary title.
Christine Wake. Angela Bridget Wall. And in educational leadership and school improvement, Emmanuel Olankiya Adewumi.
Congratulations, very well done.
Adikebola Alawuyitin Adeyunju.
Congratulations.
Christina Karalambos. Maria Caligoro.
Congratulations.
Maria Lambrau.
Very well done.
Elena Protopapa. Montse Soul. Matthias Sterner.
Congratulations.
And in English language teaching, Dennis John Delaney.
Congratulations.
Urs Calbera.
Very well done. Thank you.
Brian Anthony Stott. And in communications, education and technology, Sophia Ansidou. Murat Asil Kozonov. Fong Chi Chu. Katrina Arlene Hughes. Milada Kansan. YJ.
we nearly leave you out.
Xiao Peng Lin, Annalisa Manka, Yuji Narati, Lucille Rasal, Alistair Smithies, Wei Wang. And for the degree of Master of Arts and in Educational Technology and TESOL, Chun Yun Sui. Edwin Quesada Montiel. Katerina Tsitaki. Richard Edward Wilson. Vida Zorko. And in TESOL, Peter Ventris Field. Elgie Anne Javier. Xiao Ping Jiang. And in counselling, Jane Andrews. Pamela Ann Brooks. Karine Cayley. Rachel Louise Fry. George Irungu Kriuki. Tabitha Mukwana. Celia Jane Povey. Melina Simai. Marina Christina Scutelli. Anne Catherine Taylor. And for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Management and Leisure with Honours, Simon Ross Goodwin.
Vice President, on behalf of the Senate of the University, I present to you for the degree of Master of Modern Languages in French and Italian, Francis Smith.
Those are my two languages.
And for the degree of Master of Arts in Translation Studies, Joanne Clark, Dawn Patricia Dixon, Janet Farah, Joanna Hollist, Fan Hu, Lubna Fawaz Jaber, Gabrielle Jacqueline Marcellus Temple, Sally Victoria Marshall, Gareth Owen Pritchard, Robert Andrew Richardson, Bonnie Watson, Mara Azam Yesh, and in Middle Eastern Studies, Robert James Burkitt. Kieran Michael Leahy, Cara Macmillan. And in linguistics, Shamlan Dawood Al-Kenai,
Good to see you, English.
Francesco Casti, Caroline Rose Foster, Jeffrey Matthew Gleadall, Shui Pan. And in Islamic studies, Ibrahim Ilyasu Adam. And in European languages and cultures, Sarah Helen Ashworth, Eva Maria Brumer, Elisa Coati, James Philip Cooper, Victoria Jane Howell, Yelena Kuzmenko, Lucy Claire Stone, Jenny Storer. And in applied linguistics, Andrea Donachie, and for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Linguistics with honours, Natalie Claire Wilkes. And in English language teaching with honours, Latifa Baumgartner. Anne Chop Yagapan. And in modern languages and business and management, French with honours, Susanna Christine Dabbs. Rina Morjaria. And in languages and social science with honours, Rachel Louise Thompson. And in English language, Rachel Meakin.
Today we have celebrated the award of your degrees. Many congratulations. On behalf of the University of Manchester, I extend to you each our best wishes for your future. I hereby declare today's degree ceremony formally closed.